We are now at 856 and we could be at 864, so we are missing 8 right now. Some are evolutions. One is gonna be a daycare mission. We have to breed a drowsy. So let's take care of these evolutions and breeding things. Alright. So now we are at 860, so only 5 more encounters missing, which are all hidden encounters, post-game exclusive, hard mode exclusive stuff. Yeah, so let's get going. Let's start off with Mew. For Mew, first of all, I would recommend you make sure that you have Venusaur, Blastoise, Charizard, and Pikachu in your party. And then we go to Futomura. You might remember those statues that you saw across the island of Miraijima and in the center of Futomura as well. This one gives you the hint on the order on how you have to interact with the other statues. 4 companions shall lead to the ancestor. The first looks like a turtle with 2 cannons. The second looks like a mouse with a zigzag tail. The third looks like a frog with a big plant on its back. And the fourth looks like a dragon with a fiery tail. So the order was Blastoise, Pikachu, Venusaur, Charizard. One is over here at this raid den just south of Akigawa. Just a little behind it. The blooming toad shall open the seal. Yeah, this is Venusaur, okay. Yeah, the best way to get to the other one is actually over here. I think. Yeah, the second one is right over here when you jump down this ledge over there. It's actually blocked off by this little rock. An armed shellfish shall open the seal. So this is Blastoise, so we can actually press this one. The presence of your Blastoise allowed you to push the button in. Okay. I think Pikachu should be the one in the north, which is when you walk from Futomura across this backtracking route all the way to the east where the path is ending. And then you go all the way to the north and you see it right over here actually. An electric rodent shall open the seal. Yeah, this is Pikachu. The presence of your Pikachu allowed you to push the button in. Okay, then we can fly back to Akigawa because third is Venusaur, right? Yeah, third is Venusaur. If you press a button in the wrong order, all of them reset and you have to do it all over again, basically. Okay, that's number 3. Number 4 will be at the peak. Let me think, the fastest way would probably actually be, we can walk from here. Or let's fly to Akigawa. We can just leave towards the north. And swim up the waterfall. And then we go to the northwest of this area. A blazing reptilian shall open the seal. Alright. So now it doesn't appear like anything happened, but you can now make your way back down into terrestrial depths. And then we have this cave down here, which only has this one statue in the center. And if you clicked all the other 4 statues in the right order and then you interact with it, once all seals are broken, the ancestor shall reveal itself. And then you make Mew appear right here. Level 100 actually. My team is a little bit under leveled. Okay, let's actually make sure to max out the team here. Alright, so we are actually gonna start with Toxapex because at the very beginning of the fight, Mew will be scared and trying to hide, and it will buff its defenses and its evasion in particular. And it will use Calm Mind right here, so yeah, Haze is a smart choice here, I would say. It's probably gonna use Earth Power now. We are gonna Leech Seed it. Good old-fashioned Leech Seed. That's actually bad. Wow. Let's full restore here. Another Calm Mind. God damn it, dude. Nice crit actually. Oh. Don't like that actually. Nice. We need the light screen now here. I really hope it's gonna Calm Mind again. Yeah. Oh my god! I'm gonna die again. This fight is kind of busted actually. Oh. Okay. We might have a short here because it's not really strong against physical attacks. Nice. It might kill Sneak Scar off. Oh, actually not. But now we will be able to catch it actually. Oh, I crafted. Yeah. I thought I crafted Moonballs. Oh, well. Anyways, I think it's a guaranteed capture anyways, so doesn't matter. Alright, that's Mew down. Alright, next up's gonna be Celebi. Get the Time Flute, which is the key item we will need to actually summon it. Okay, and to actually get to Celebi, you have to return to Yusei Woods. And go to the shrine area in the bottom of the zone. Where you initially found the Poké Flute. Right over here. And then it asks you to play the Time Flute. Right. And with that we summon Celebi. So Celebi, I think, is significantly easier than Mew, so this should not be a big deal, actually. Let's Tailwind. He reflects, okay. And we U-turn. Miss, wow. Oh wow. That are like 0 damage. Okay, let's bring in the Eternatus. And the light screen here. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, I think we have to haze here one more time. I'm a bit afraid, but let's try it with Toxapex here. Okay, that's very good actually. Now, let's try to poison it maybe. Ugh. Oh my fucking god. Don't Giga Drain me. Maybe he doesn't have Giga Drains anymore. Very possible actually, at this point. We might have a chance. Does not have any moves left, did it? I actually outlasted it. Okay, I have to tune this fight. Oh my god, this is rough. Alright, anyways. Could you stay in the ball, please? Okay. Well, there was a lot of stuff not working as intended here. Okay, anyways. Now, the next 2 encounters we have to do are technically kind of hard mode exclusive, but actually not really, because you can do the things you have to do even without having the quest. The first thing we need is a lot of different types of Minior. I think we need 5 different forms, which include everything except Indigo and Orange. So you can, theoretically, if you have played the whole game on hard mode, you get a quest which makes a meteor shower happen on on Kyujitsu Island, which will open up 7 different Minior encounters, which you can then catch. And that way it's actually pretty easy to get the right Minior colors. If you don't have the quest, you can still do it by either breeding Minior, because the egg that you get will be a random Minior, or you can just hunt them. I think they all have the same odds in the wild. You get them by rock smashing either on Miraijima or in Sakyu Valley up here. Like on this island or in the top left here. But we are gonna breed, so I'll be back once we have all the different minions. Alright, there's the purple one. And with that we have all the ones we need. Let's grab all the Minyo. Alright, now we can start. With the 5 Minyo in our party, we can now go to Aki Forest. And follow the path to the north. And let's swim across the river, and we will go right below the bridge, and then when we go to the north we will enter this hidden cave. And right here we will find these 5 metal plates, which are very similar to the puzzle in Luna Beach. Just compared to the Suna Beach puzzle, it's basically upside down. So the solution is the same solution as for the puzzle in Suna Beach, just you have to rotate it basically. So the solution should be blue, red, violet, yellow, green. The metal plate moved into the floor and opened the way deep into the cave. Alright. Now for the second part, you will see these 3 gems in the wall, which indicate the 3 orbs for Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina. So we are gonna pick these up. And then when we step between these 2 meteors, basically, it will trigger the event which opens up the path. Now we can drop these 3 again. Alright, and down here we will find the Deoxys right here. Let's go. So, Deoxys is one of only 2 legendary encounters besides Volcanion, but Volcanion you can still catch in Raid Dance, so that one doesn't really count. Which is not a guaranteed capture. You can potentially faint it, I think, at some point. And if it faints, it's gone. So yeah, make sure to drop it safe. Make sure to have good balls. It also does not have a boosted capture rate. I do have a Master Ball, and I'm gonna use it. However, until we can use balls, what we have to do is basically we have to drop it below a certain HP threshold, and then it will transform into its next form. And we basically have to make it rotate through all 4 forms once. Wow, okay, just one-shot Eternatus actually. We have to make it rotate through all 4 forms to make it exhausted. Oh, I didn't level up Crobat actually. To make it exhausted and to allow us to then capture it basically. Okay, Spikes is fine. Nice. Okay. So now it's in attack form. I think in this form it's actually pretty fast. Yeah, Superpower is gonna kill us. Let's try... Yeah, Crobat is out-leveled. I forgot to level him. Let's try Sneasler. It should be fine here. It should be weak enough to just drop... Yeah, that's fine. Now it's defense form. And now it's speed form. Oh, it's actually... Okay, good thing is AI is screwing up. It's actually hitting me with the Rocky Helmet it just picked up after I hit it. Okay, anyways. Nice, Stealth Rock's also good. The wild Deoxys is exhausted. You can now use Pokeballs. That's prompt. So this was pretty straightforward actually. But yeah, the thing is it could potentially die. So we are not gonna mess around. And we are gonna use the Master Ball. Because the hardest part is actually capturing it. It will restore health over and over, and Yeah, you could make a mistake and faint it by accident, so yeah. Alright, so right behind Deoxys, you find this item, which is the Legend Plate. A stone tablet to be held by a certain Pokemon. It gives the holder the power of every type there is. And this one might be a little bit... I mean, this was already tricky if you don't have the quest. And even with the quest, it's hard to find, I would say. But for that one, you have to pay attention to a very small detail during the Lord fight after the Elder Four, which is actually Orochi's theme music, because Orochi's theme music is actually Arceus' theme music. So that gives you kind of the hint on where you have to go now, which is back to the throne room. Yeah, after you've beaten the Elder Four, you can basically just pass by this guy. You can also talk to him to repeat the Elder Four if you want to do that. But if you don't do that, you can just enter the throne room here. And you might recognize... I mean, you don't really pay attention to this here when you get to the fight. But this pedestal usually doesn't have any text attached to it. But if you do have the Legend Plate in your inventory, this text suddenly appears. An ancient socket, it reads Pillar of Origin. Then you can place the Legend Plate. And this will teleport you to this weird place right here. And also, I want to have another Master Ball. So what I'm gonna do now is just drop tons of berries into the Pokeball and hope that we get one. Alright, let's see. That was a lot of berries. We did get one. We did get exactly one though, but we got one. That's a ton of balls that I'm not gonna use for anything. Alright, and when you step to the other end, you will find Arceus right here. Arceus gives you a stoic look. Not a lot of damage. Oh, that psychic is gonna... Oh, it's not gonna kill me. Okay. So, this is basically phase 1 of the fight. And in phase 1, you just have to kill it. You cannot catch it, there's nothing crazy going on. You just have to kill it. Arceus deems you worthy and unleashes its full potential. This is where the actual fight starts. Alright, so in the second phase of Arceus, we don't actually have to drop it to low HP. Actually, we can feint it, and if we feint it, it's just over. What we instead have to do is, whenever we use a move, we will force it to transform into a different type. And we have to do that with a lot of different types, I think it's 8 or 9, to exhaust it, which will then allow us to catch it. Yeah, and it also will transform every time it uses Judgment, because it will try to be super effective against us. And whenever it transforms, when we use a move, obviously, it's gonna try to be resistant. That's a lot of damage for a stored power with no buff. Yeah, okay, it actually starts with 2 buffs, but still. Let's just do Brick Break while we can. Okay, Sneaseless gone, but that's fine. It used the 2 moves that it exclusively has, basically. Well, actually, only the fighting move, because Eternatus has a fire move as well. Let's drop Toxapex here. And let's Liquidation first. And we're gonna haze if we can here. Yeah, we cannot. We should have done it before. Anyways. Okay, Eternatus time to drop the shield. Maybe both shields actually. Not sure. Wow, that was a good choice. Cosmic Power is totally fine for us. We drop the Dragon move here. Now let's do Crobat first. We might lift that. Okay, nice. So now we can U-turn. Thunder, nice. Okay, good catch actually. There's electric terrain, right? Can I see that somewhere? I think there's no terrain, maybe. Okay. And let's just try to put it. Nice. Okay, let's bring Nidoking. Okay. Okay, time to catch it. I didn't count how many that was. It was fighting and fire, then it was water, and I'm not sure if I dropped poison actually. Then it was grass and flying and bug and lightning. Oh, electric. And I think probably poison at some point, so I think it's 8. Yeah, and since we just drafted a ton of balls, there should be a Master Ball somewhere here. Yeah, there we go. Alright. And that's Arceus down. And with that, there's only one left for us to catch, which will be at the end of the post-game story. So now we are gonna progress the remaining little bits and pieces of that.